Oh, welcome to Grounding in Uncertain Times. This is Durga Fuller. And we've had a couple of sessions here grounding in the body in various ways. And then last week we did a version of grounding that was not so much based in the body because, as I said then, some of us have a hard time really being in our bodies. And that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be able to have techniques that work for you. There's good reasons, if that's true for you, that the body doesn't always feel safe, but that there's still ways to calm. There's still avenues for you as you're making friends with your body again, shall we say. While you're in that process, there's still ways that you can calm your nervous system. And actually, one of those ways you're using right now as you're listening to me, and that is through the sense door of hearing. As you settle, however you can settle, right? If it does feel safe to connect with your body, go ahead and just notice how it feels to take up space in the room. And as you hold that lightly, just listen to the sound of my voice. And maybe you can hear the sound of your breathing. Just make the choice to attend to hearing. There may be sounds coming close to you, could be something moving in the room where you are. Might even be the sound of your heartbeat. Sometimes you can hear that. You can make the choice to reach out a little further and hear sounds that may be from further away, maybe birds outside or cars passing. And notice in the hearing how sounds arise, they sustain for a period of time, might be short, might be longer, and then they pass away. Notice all of those qualities as you hear things. That sound has a beginning, has a sustaining middle, and then it ends. And as you notice that, notice what happens after a sound passes. There's a space. Notice the quality of the space when there isn't an obvious sound. Notice how that space feels. See if you can actually rest into that space of quiet. And as you're resting and hearing, you feel ready. Open your eyes just a crack. Not in a way that you're going to focus on anything, just opening your eyes just enough to let a little bit of light in. And see if you can just let your attention rest in an impression of shape and color. Really be curious about this sense door of seeing. You may notice that words come in as you bring the attention into the seeing. It's normal, we're so sight dependent. See if you can just let the thoughts be kind of hanging out in the background, just a little bit of a whispering. And just notice light and shape, color. Maybe there's a kind of a visual texture. We often have a kind of a habit of whenever we're hearing or seeing, there's a sense like we're going out to what we're seeing or hearing. We're reaching with our ears or reaching with our eyes. See if you can allow what you're seeing, what you're hearing to actually land in you so that you're really receiving these sense impressions rather than going out to them. Just a subtle energetic shift, allowing sounds and sights to be received. And know that just as other practices we've covered, this is something that's available all the time. It's very rare that you won't have the opportunity to tune into sense door of hearing or of seeing. And if you notice you're in the midst of swirling thoughts or challenging emotions, maybe you're feeling triggered, can experiment with this of just kind of cutting through whatever that momentum of a challenging mind state. Just, what am I hearing now? You can make that choice. Even if it's the sound of someone's voice, you can tune into the sound rather than the content. Like, what is the cadence of someone's voice? What is the volume? Just something to experiment with. And honoring my teachers, dedicating any benefit we may have received by this practice of touching the sense doors to any who need it, all beings, that they may be free of suffering, all beings, including yourself. May we all be free. And coming back into the room in whatever way works for you, bringing the focus out of the internal experience a little more into content, moving your body. And blessings.